1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly now.
And this your girl Nay. What it do, boo?
So I am sipping on water tonight because I can't go outside because
The
COVID. I'm still waiting on my COVID results, and I had a horrible weekend being sick. And I took the test on Thursday, and it's Sunday. Wait, no, what is Monday night, and I still haven't had any results. So I've been working from home since Thursday, and I'm tired of it. But yeah, all that to say, I'm drinking water. What are you sipping on?
Geo Faithful again, Moscato, Yellowtail. I love it. I just got a new bottle.
I need to go to the liquor store whenever I can go outside. I can't even go downstairs and get my packages. Something got delivered to me today, and I can't go get it because I'm a law-abiding citizen and I don't interact with people if I think I got the COVID.
Even if you can put on a mask.
Even if I put on a mask. A delivery man actually came to give me my lunch today because I ordered food, and I barely opened the door. I actually wanted him to put the food down and leave.
Oh my God.
But he did not. Anyway, so that was my weekend. I stayed inside. I binge watched Seinfeld, binge watched Sex and the City. I watched a few Christmas movies. And I stayed in the bed.
My weekend was pretty busy again. We didn't have a game this weekend because they're on break. But I did have to get up very early Saturday morning to go get my hair done. Then I had to come home, do the girls' hair. Then we had to go to JCPenney to get our holiday pictures taken.
Not JCPenney.
JCPenney's. And that was a horrible experience. And I probably need to find somewhere else to go.
Or maybe
next time.
A week before Christmas, maybe make y'all appointment in November. Is that doable? I think that's doable.
First of all, when we went last time, I don't know what day we went, but when we went last time, because they set your appointments in 15-minute increments, right? So each family got 15 minutes to take their pictures and then pick which ones they want and pay. And when we went the first time, it literally like they was almost rushing us so they can get the other family in on time. Mm-hmm. This time we walked in there 5 minutes before our appointment and saw 3 families waiting. We ended up waiting an hour before we took our pictures, and I was mad because I was rushing to get there on time and didn't have time to put on my lashes. So I was sitting there waiting, saying I could have put on my lashes.
And don't y'all live right around the corner? I probably would have went back home to get my lashes and applied them at the store. How long y'all had to wait? That's crazy.
It is. Needless to say, we pretty much left at 8, and I missed my first class. My first class that I had to teach that night, and it's gonna cost me like over a little bit over $100 that I'm not gonna get paid. So thank you, JCPenney's. Thank you.
I'd have been very upset about that. Don't play with my money. Do not play with my money. Anyways, let's get into the weekly updates. So this has been the news heard around the world. It was all on my social media for like 3 days straight. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So the number 1 high school recruit, Travis Hunter, committed to Deion Sanders and Jackson State instead of FSU. He did this at the last minute.
He did the switcheroo.
He did the switcheroo. The switch. And even though we are FSU alumni, I like this move. I like the move. I don't think this has ever happened in history that a number 1 recruit went to a HBCU. So that says a lot about Deion Sanders, and hopefully more people follow suit because this was great.
Yeah, is the Jackson State D1 though?
I don't know.
But yeah, no, this good. This opened up doors for HBCUs, and hopefully we can recruit the best of the best, and an HBCU one day can be number 1 and win the national championship. Because we, no offense, most of the football players
Are black.
Yeah. And so why don't we keep it at one of our schools? Come to our school. Make us up there.
Because yes, I agree. So hope this is amazing for them. Hopefully other people follow suit. And some really good football NFLers went to black colleges, like Uncle Shannon Sharp went to the Savannah State. So yeah, you can be a Shannon Sharp. NBA player Trae Young proposed to his girlfriend, so they now engaged. And Trae plays for the Atlanta Hawks. And the Bleacher Report posted a really cute picture of them, and I thought it was really, really cute. So congrats to Trae Young. NFL is postponing games left and right due to the COVID outbreak. Like, we got some Tuesday games.
Yeah.
And I just got a notification that Travis Kelce is on the COVID protocol list, but since he's vaccinated, he'll still get to play this week. But geez, this is bad. And it's getting bad in New York too. These lines for COVID testing is around the corner. They're over an hour long. And like I said, I've been waiting 4 days for my test results when it was only supposed
for your rapid test.
It wasn't a rapid test. It was only supposed to be 48 hours, and it's turned into 4 days. So this is crazy. So the Chiefs beat the Chargers in overtime on Thursday night. That was a really good game, and I actually watched that one. I was very happy about that.
I think I went to sleep on that one.
The Bucks got shut out by
I heard
Saints.
that this morning. Yeah.
Tom Brady has a baseball score, not as if.
Yeah, Tom Brady has a really hard time beating the Saints. Like, no matter what team he on, they always have his number.
That's too bad. That is too bad.
Also, Green Bay won in a thriller,
Ravens,
pretty much by 1 point, 30-31. But Jim Harbaugh, whatever his name is, on the Ravens, the coach did the same exact thing he did last week that cost him the win.
John Harbaugh, not Jim is his brother, but go ahead.
Sorry, he played to win the game. He went for 2 instead of getting the extra point, and that cost him the game 2 weeks in a row. You don't play to win; you play to survive to the next down. That's what you do.
They're gonna miss the playoffs playing like that. Late wide receiver Vincent Jackson was diagnosed with stage 2 CTE. This is another one on the list. So try to steer y'all boys away from football, please, ladies and gentlemen.
At least now they finding out before they pass away.
Oh, Vincent Jackson is dead.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I said late. That's what late mean. But remember, we probably reported his death. But yeah, I remember he died. It was very sad because he played on the Tampa Bay Bucks when I was a Buck. But he died earlier this year.
All right, let's not move forward without talking about the big news of the weekend.
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Oh, it wasn't on the thing. It's not.
Yeah, I just added it.
Okay.
Yeah. Darren Williams beat Frank Gore in, I guess, the celebrity boxing match. And at the end of it, Darren Williams said, "I'm gonna go sit my old dumb ass down somewhere and let these professionals do this shit." So he's done. He's one and done.
It's so funny because the ref had, or whoever was interviewing, because I saw the fight, the guy who interviewed him said something that Brandon Marshall had said about, because it was NBA versus football, and Brandon Marshall is a football player, so I guess he had tweeted something about football players and basketball players boxing or whatever, and so Derek had said, "I came out here and did it. Brandon need to get his ass out here and do it if he got so much to say." And I just died laughing because he was like, "It's not as easy as people think." Like, but a lot of people don't know Darren Williams used to wrestle, so it kind of had an advantage. And after the first round, Frank Gore was tired; he was done.
Excuse me. And you was commentating. I had fell asleep so early. This was Saturday night, right? I had fell asleep so early Saturday trying to watch this Love Actually movie that everybody be raving about, and it sucked. And I fell asleep after 20 minutes, but I finished it on Sunday and realized that I had already seen it before, which made me mad because that was a waste of 2 hours. But yeah, I woke up and you was commentating the fight, in the group, and I'm like, I want to say, Nate, nobody was talking back to you. You were the only one watching the fight live. Why are you still talking to yourself?
I wasn't. They just wasn't talking.
Whatever. Talk about the big fight. Jake Paul beat Woodley in a knockout heard and seen around the world. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, Jake knocked out Woodley like he was somebody, a crackhead coming up to him asking him to suck his thing for some crack money. But so I didn't realize that Jake was the same person that knocked out Nate Robinson. So and he's only done 5 fights. He won all 5 fights, and he's knocked out every person that he fought, which is amazing. But now some conspiracy theorists out here saying it was rigged and that they saw Jake give Woodley the signal to basically move his hand so he can knock him out.
Nobody's not about to knock me out in front of millions of people for no amount of money. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm like, all that trash Woodley was talking before, it's so stupid to me. And I watched it over and over and over, and I still don't see the signal. But I guess they said when he hit with his right hand, I think it kind of moved a little bit before he punched him. And so I guess they said that was the signal to go. I'm like, are you serious? Who gonna get knocked out like that?
It was bad because he went straight to the floor. His lights were out.
And he fell slow. Literally, I had bent my head down for 2 seconds. Don't watch your phone when you're watching the fight. I bent my head down for 2 seconds. And then I heard the crowd going wild, but he fell so slow that by the time I looked back at the TV, he was still in the motion of falling, and this was live. I was like, wow, I can't, and I was rooting for Woodley. I was,
of course, but Shannon Sharp be on his show and was like, Jake is doing a very good hustle because he don't pick actual boxers to fight. He picked either, I guess, other athletes like NBA football players, or Woodley was a fighter, but he wasn't a boxer.
Yeah, he was UFC.
Yeah. So he was like, he's doing a really good job at hustling these people. And I think he is too. And go ahead.
Also, he wasn't supposed to fight Woodley again, at least not last night. He was supposed to fight Tyson Fury's son, which is named Tommy Fury, but Tommy Fury backed out 2 weeks before the fight. And so pretty much Woodley only had 2 weeks to prepare, but boxers train throughout the year, so I wouldn't say that that's an excuse, but I'm just saying I think Tommy Fury is an actual boxer, I think.
Yeah. So somebody called him out, a UFC fighter called him out and was like, come in the ring with me, I'll knock your ass out in 2 minutes or 2 seconds or something like that.
Now I'm gonna say they both look, it was a much more boring fight than I had hoped. That's why I had started looking at my phone, because I was like, it's the 6th round. Ain't nobody knocking nobody out. I was getting tired of it because they both look really tired. Boxing has got to be the most exhausting sport there is, because imagine street fighting somebody for a minute.
You only need a good 20 seconds. After 20 seconds in a street fight, you're done. You're tired. Even if you beating somebody up, you're tired. Like that fight you seen us where the girl was, they be tired after 20 seconds because all your adrenaline is up after 20 seconds. You done build all this energy up and then you're done after 20 seconds. I mean, if nobody's breaking it up, you still gonna fight, but you're gonna be tired.
Imagine being in the ring 8 rounds for 3 minutes each. I believe it's 3 minutes each. And they look really exhausted. But my thing is, they train for this, so I don't think that they should look that exhausted that early. Cause literally after the first round, all boxers be exhausted.
Yeah, it's just weird. But congrats to Jake. Keep hustling these people. That's all I gotta say. YouTube, he's a YouTuber. He be hustling. YouTubers be hustling too. YouTubers getting money for opening up toys. Something
They
you can
do
do. So
doing tour.
everything is a hustle at this point, and I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Anyway, let's get to our main topic of the day. We are talking about Urban Myers, and I seen this coming from far, far away. Okay, I seen it coming. So Urban Myers was fired, thank God. And as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars NFL, things were rocky from the beginning, okay? And I'm going to list off a few things that made it rocky. He hired a strength and conditioning coach who was accused of making racist remarks and bullying black players, and that coach is named Chris Doyle. So he got a lot of flack for that. And Chris Doyle, I believe, the next day after the hiring, he resigned because of all the backlash. He hired Tim Tebow to play tight end after he hadn't played in the NFL for years, and he never played the position of tight end. Tebow never made the team because he sucked at tight end. There was a video of Urban with a woman that wasn't his wife. She was trying to twerk on him, but she ain't on the dance. He
Oh my God.
did not go back home with his team after an away game, and that's a no-no. Like, who doesn't go back home with the team? Tensions with staff and players were mounting up. It was reports that he and wide receiver Marvin Jones had a screaming match, and supposedly Marvin had to be convinced to return to the team facility after Myers publicly criticized him. And he also called his assistant coaches losers, and he questioned their resumes. First of all, you hired them, so you knew what was on their resume, sir. So just because y'all have a losing season, why you gonna question their resume now? Then you look over their resume, huh? Then you look over it. And the latest is a former kicker alleges that Myers kicked him in the leg while he was stretching in warm-ups before a practice during the final week of a preseason game. So he was fired after 13 games. They were 2-11. They lost to Tennessee 20-0. And the Jags do not intend on paying him the rest of his 4-year contract. Offensive coordinator Dara Bevel is named as interim head coach for the rest.
Sound like a Batman.
It is. I'm gonna Google it. I believe it is. So what are your thoughts on this and these many incidences with this man?
So Urban Myers, did he used to coach for Florida?
He white. I'm sorry. Daryl Bevel is white, people.
Did Urban Myers coach for Florida?
He coached for Florida and I want to say Ohio State.
Okay, that's why he got Tebow, right?
Yeah, that's why. We all knew it was nepotism. That's what it's called.
I know. But no, he should get fired because I don't know what he was doing. You know how I think every coach should be. If y'all haven't watched the movie, Remember the Titans, every coach should be like Denzel character was in that movie. Like it seemed like he didn't care. It seemed like he did not care. I don't know if he thought because who he was, they weren't going. He was unterminatable.
Not a word. Go ahead.
Okay, and so he's just acted a fool. Like he showed his natural white behind because I just feel like he didn't care. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen.
I think he came in there like he was a big man on campus. He had won championships on the collegiate level. So he thought he was all that. He thought he was untouchable and invincible. And he could do and run his organization like he wanted to. Like, whereas in college, he's dealing with people that's trying to get to the NFL where, sir, the people in the NFL are already in the NFL. So you're not going to treat them like you treat these college players, okay? You don't come up in this building and act like you own this crap, okay? Because you don't own nothing. I don't even know why they hired you. The owner did, when they hired him, said that he was making I think one of the best decisions of his life, and he took that back. When he fired him, he took that back. He took it back.
He did a take back.
He did a take back, and I don't understand why people. I mean, I get why people hire from the collegiate level, especially if they did very well. But he just came in there acting like he was just it, and nobody could say anything to him, and they didn't like it. They didn't like it at all.
the coach for the Seahawks came from the collegiate level and he showed out, but he actually coached them. I don't think Urban Meyer actually remember, I used to always say the only coach I actually saw coaching was Bill Belichick. The Seahawks coach also do that. But the rest of the coaches, literally, they stand there and watch the game like a spectator. I guess it's their other coaches' jobs to coach. But I need my coach to coach.
Yeah, what do they do?
They just the face of the team.
No, and they get paid the most money and do probably the least amount of work. But in a lot of industries that happen, okay? In a lot of industries, a lot of y'all bosses and CEOs don't do nothing. They just delegate work to everybody else. And anyway, this is what Urban Meyer said. He was like, I apologize to Jacksonville. I love Jacksonville. It is one of the reasons I took the job. I still think Shad is a great owner. It's heartbreaking. I just had a dream of it becoming a destination place with a new facility. He agreed to build and someday to walk into that stadium where it's standing room only because I knew how bad people of Jacksonville wanted it. So I'm just heartbroken that we weren't able to do that. I still believe it's going to be done. It's a good place. It's too good of a place. So he's quote unquote heartbroken and devastated that he got fired. How so, sir? How so?
Like nobody, he the only person that ain't see it coming because we saw it from 3 miles away.
We did.
How come you ain't see it, sir? What's wrong with you? Open your eyes.
And he had the number one, he had Sunshine, the number one recruit, Trevor Lawrence. What's Trevor doing? I don't even watch Jacksonville, so I don't even know if Trevor gets to play. But a 2-11 season so far, and they probably just lost again. Can they just cut some teams out of the NFL for like a year? I think they need to go on probation for a year. Because we can't take 2-11 teams, okay?
I don't think
at least the Jets. I want to say the Jets. Let me see how many wins we got. We have to have at least 5, right? What is our standings? Hopefully, we just got at least 5 wins. We are 3-11, so we ain't no better. Oh, we not no better. But yeah, Urban Meyer's. What do you think his next move should be? Should he go back to college? Should he just sit down and disappear and let us forget about him? You know, people, once they in the spotlight, they get a taste of it. They want it for forever. So you think he gonna go sit down?
No, I don't. We gonna hear about him again. He ain't gonna go away that quiet. We not gonna put him away that quiet. He gonna be on somebody's community pee-wee team.
Do you think he gonna pull a little John Gruden and try to take everybody down with him?
He ain't got nobody to take down with him but himself. He ain't got nobody he could be mad with but himself.
I wish he would go on Shannon Sharp's, either his podcast or Undisputed, so Shannon can ask him why he hired or why he let Tim Tebow come on the team over some other good players who want to try out for the team, and why he allowed him to switch his position.
But we already know.
I want to hear him say it. What are you, huh?
Because I'm saying we already know. They have a relationship.
But I need to hear him say, this is why I picked him over 1,000 other people.
He's not going to say it. He wouldn't say that. He would give the politically correct answer. I thought he was the best person at that time to fill that position. That's what his answer would be.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all because it wasn't fair to people. And the fact that he hadn't played in years, and then B, you put him at a new position. Like what? I'm so happy he fired. Like, because that was such privilege. That's like me coming in, becoming the CEO of JP Morgan and like hiring Samantha because I know who she is and we are pretty much family. That's exactly what that is. And I'm hiring her as like CFO.
But people do that. Like at these companies, they do that. They hire people they know that has no experience for these positions because they don't want to pay somebody what it's worth that has the experience. I've been there before at my one of my first job and at my last job that I had before the job I have now. This lady hired this because her friend, so my boss was the HR director. Her friend was going through a divorce. I don't even think they had talked in years, but she was going through a divorce. She had never worked. She didn't work throughout her marriage. And her friend called her because she knew she was an HR person and like that she could probably hire her or get her hired somewhere. My boss hired her to be the recruiter and was paying her more than me. And I had the HR experience, but she was paying her way more than me. And I said something about it and my boss got mad. She didn't like me because I always said stuff about stuff that I didn't think was cool. That's why we didn't get along. We didn't get along because you need to explain to me why this girl that has no recruiting experience, no experience whatsoever of working, how you hire her and then pay her more than you paying me. And I've been working here longer than you. You just got hired.
That's that kind of happened to me when I first applied for Ameriprise. Remember in Miami, I think it was me and somebody else who had got down to like the final slate of interviews, and so I didn't get hired, right? So she went with the other lady. And then like a month later, she called and was like, "Are you still looking?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then she finally hired me. And when I got there, another coworker was like, "You know the reason she hired that other lady that she fired over you?" In the beginning, I was like, "No, why?" And she was like, "Because that other lady was also a bookkeeper, so she thought she was gonna hire her for this, and she would still do her bookkeeping, but it would be for cheap." So that's why she didn't originally hire you, because she wanted to get bookkeeping on the side or whatever. But yeah, people be doing stuff like, but if you go the cheap route, you're going to end up paying for it anyway.
Exactly.
So you might as well hire somebody that know how to do the job and stop trying to cut corners.
Yeah, you're going to end up paying more. You're going to end up paying more. Say you hire a CFO that don't know what the F he's doing. He messed up your books. So now you got to hire somebody to fix them and then just hire another person. You got to hire another person to fix them and hire somebody to be there full time. So now you wasted paying this guy. Now you got to pay somebody else on top of possibly paying like an auditor to come in and fix it for you.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what Jacksonville got to do. They got to look for they have to look for a new coach after they done spent all this money to get Urban there. And if the new coach now got leverage, because I'll use this for my advantage. I'd be like, "Hey, you just did this to the Urban. I'm not like Urban, but I want you to be paying me just as much as you pay Urban, because he did such and such, and I'm not going to do that." I would use that as leverage, at least to get more money. Probably not get as much, because Urban Meyer is Urban Meyer, but I would use that as leverage. Be like, "You need me more than I need you at this point." And when you know that as an employee, when you know they need you more than you need them, you can get more money out of them, because they ain't gonna offer you the highest salary to begin with. You have to negotiate.
They always gonna lowball you. If you don't know your worth, they gonna lowball you. If there's a range, they gonna start at the lowest. Always ask for at least 5,000 more than they give you.
Nice tip. Anyway, time for our highlight of the week, and we basically told you you told them what our highlight of the week would be this week anyway, because it literally happened on the night we recorded the last episode. So it is Steph Curry. He became the NBA's 3-point leader against the Knicks, and Ray Allen and Reggie Miller was there to support him, and they literally stopped the whole game for a good 5 to 10 minutes. It was a great sight to see, except the fact that I didn't know his mama and dad was going through it.
I had to tell you, I can't believe you didn't see. I have to find this thing. The thing is, so his parents are going through a divorce, which is
horrible.
It is. So after it came out that because at first I thought it was like a joke. I didn't think it was real. And then this boy came out, and I don't know if he did it on TikTok or if it was just like a regular video, but he was basically saying that they need to stay together because it ain't nothing out here in these streets.
It's not, and they do need to stay together. And I can't believe that they're not. Like, don't do this to us. We have hope. It's certain couples, and I'm gonna list y'all my 3. It's certain couples that in my mind cannot break up, and if they do, I have no it's no hope for me. It's no hope for me. And these are the 3 couples I look up to, and I think it's mainly because they do have God at the center. And you know, when you have God, you have a little bit more of a chance. Okay, is Tamara Mowry Housley and her husband Adam. Megan Good and her husband, Devon Franklin, I believe her husband is, and Tamia, the singer, and ex-basketball player Grant Hill. Those are the 3 couples I look up to. I swear, if one of them break up, that's just it for me. I'm done. I'm giving up. I gave up. But yeah, the Currys, I didn't look up to them like that, but I do know they do have God at the center. Well, at least the younger ones. I don't know about the parents, but yeah, I had no idea they were going through it. And I'm like, why are they not sitting together? Sit together.
They weren't even sitting together.
Yeah, it was bad. And I hate how, I'm pretty sure he loves his mom, but I hate how his daddy was right there for him to hug, but his mama was up in the bleachers. Like, hug your mama, boy. KD would have hugged his mama.
Because the KD probably ain't got a dad that's around.
Oh my goodness.
Curry, dad probably once taught him how to play basketball.
That's true. But yeah, that was a really good moment. And I was happy because both Ray Allen and Reggie Miller used to be on teams. I like Reggie Miller was on the Pacers. Remember, I liked the Pacers back in the day with the Malice at the Past. And I also liked Ray Allen when he used to be on the Heat when LeBron was on the Heat. He actually saved us that year we won the championship. Yeah, Ray Allen. So I really like both of them. So congrats to Steph Curry. I don't know if anybody's going to touch that for a very long time, but they said statistically every year each team shoots more threes than the previous year. So maybe Dame can do something. I don't know. Because the way Steph shoot it seemed like, I think he expects, like in his mind, he expects it to go in, but the way he shoots it doesn't look like it would go in. So every time mostly time it go in, it'd be a complete shock because it does, the way he awkwardly shoots some of it doesn't look like it's supposed to go in. But yeah, good for him. So that was our highlight of the week. And check us out on the Worldly Perspective podcast. It is coming out Wednesday of this week, which is the 22nd, December 22nd. So check us out. And
funny episode, guys.
Very funny. And we will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.